Let's try it again.
Yeah, we were having a problem. One of my headlights was out, and I thought, what never fails me? What has never failed me in my lifetime of dealing with electronics? I unplugged it, plugged it back in to the ballast,
Right.
turned it off, turned it back on again, and now I see the light.
He sees the light. Hallelujah.
So, if you're ever having any kind of electronic problem, whether it be your cell phone, kitchen, gadget, whatever, try turning it off.
Reboot.
And turning it back on again.
Reboot.
You're welcome.
Those are great looking. Let me get a little better shot in case I didn't get it on the last one. Very cool. Very cool, Sky.
Yeah.
Very
I know
cool.
It sounds like kind of funny, but I'm telling you, there's just been so many times where, like, my wife just got a new cell phone. She's like, man, I can't get a signal. I can't call people. I'm like, how about maybe just turn it off and turn it back on? And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden it's working.
Yeah, yeah. when I drove a truck, you're going from county to county and state from state, and you end up with dropping this tower and picking up the next tower. Well, I actually had a dispatcher tell me, he said, if you'll just, hey, we got a new element coming in. Comes another one.
Show you this.
New one, Sky.
Huh? Oh, that's Jonathan. Making his entrance.
So, okay, go ahead and show me. Oh, he got some fancy rooms.
So this, I'm tuning with a program called K-Tuner.
Let's get fuel turn
Okay.
facing the south. Maybe that'll help.
So
that's a little better.
I have K-Tuner, and this is linked to my ECU with Bluetooth.
Right.
So as I'm driving, I'm getting a live feed with data, my engine temperature, my IAT, my air intake,
Right.
and engine temperature, PSI.
And that obviously
Yeah, it's fluctuating.
fluctuates. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, if I start it up right now, it should.
This is that bad boy.
See how it's
Very
running live.
nice. Very nice. So what's the total cost of all that?
This actually wasn't. I mean,
Wait, is this your tablet?
yeah, I got this
Oh, so it's
tablet
an app.
for like, it's a app, Tuner View. There's no monthly cost for it.
Sure.
I think this is running Bluetooth, so
Right.
I think I got the Amazon tablet for like $40 or $50 or something.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So-
The reason I brought that up is because I've been looking at these Joying consoles. Joying is the brand, and they're 10-inch. And this one guy they were all digital gauges. There were 3 of them that went across the top, like where your vents are for the AC. And they monitored from that new Joying thing, and it had probably the same setup you have, but he Bluetoothed it into that Joying console.
Yeah.
So when you looked at it, it looked like 15 different gauges on there. It was just,
Jonathan, you
there's
made
way
it, bud.
too many toys.
Good to see you.
There's the big dog.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to
What's
see
up,
you.
Hey, dude. What's going
Good.
on, man?
Yeah, I think OB2, there are some sensors where you can link with an app where you plug in through the OB2. That I had to
Just
pull
like
out
you
the-
plug in when you're looking for codes or
I had to
something.
pull out the ECU one time, install a little chip
Right,
that's,
right.
K-Tuner sells it.
Sure.
And then I'm been able to run that data on the tablet,
Right.
which is pretty fun.
He did you'll probably post it,
We had a crisis earlier. One of my headlights was not working,
Oh, shit.
but I did the old unplug everything, put it back together, do a quick prayer, and it's fine.
That's usually how it goes.
Yes, isn't it weird how that works? Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
If that didn't work, how about you unplug it?
Yeah, I did have to unplug it.
Well, Jonathan, you're the last one here, so we need to get a quick bio on you and your element. You're the last one. Well, hopefully you're not the last one.
We're a tiny one.
Yeah, we did, but that was just kind of a quick.
Gotta keep it fresh.
That's it. And I'm sure you've done something new to it since we visited with you last.
After the last time I didn't have any wheels, now I have
I saw him see you pull in, man.
16-inch by 8 MST time attacks.
Very nice.
No mods. To the
Okay,
wheels,
I'm
just
too cool to ask you what you
OEM.
paid for them.
Less than 1,000.
Really? For all 4?
All 4.
That is unbelievable.
just put on some new wheels?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Oh, man.
So tell us the story, because I see this on,
So that's like a Japanese AAA.
right?
Basically, it just makes
So
your
it's
car
not
look more
necessarily
generous.
Honda.
No, it's not just Honda.
It's
for
just
all,
cool.
all-
It's just cool.
It's just for all Japanese cars. So it's kind of like a AAA badge.
Gotcha.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Yeah,
So
figure out.
any rubbing?
Nope.
Wow.
No spacers.
You had no
rubbing.
spacers. That was my next
spacers.
question.
I had spacers on my OEM setup. OEM 1.5 inch spacers.
Right.
So whenever I did those, I just I went ahead and I thought about keeping the spacer on and just slapping them and see how far
Right,
they would be
right.
out. I probably could have been okay. They would have stuck out a little more,
Yeah.
especially the back. I feel like the back could have a little bit more space.
I got to know the story on your plastic.
You didn't have this last
This is insane. Did you do this yourself?
Yeah, I did it myself.
That is so cool. That is so
Where'd you get
cool.
the wrap from?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Just Amazon wrap.
It's an art, man. Doing that
It's
stuff.
definitely hard.
Are you using the
so
heat gun?
I just use I used a heat gun before and I just hate it. I feel like my skills aren't progressing any better. So I'm just getting better at like
Laying it down with a razor blade?
laying it down with a razor blade and then just kind of like hacking it. I'm really good at hacking it.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever put on window tint
I
yourself?
put on window tint. This
So
is
it's going to
self
sound,
tint right
it could be
here.
kind of similar to that then, right?
Yeah.
Did
Honestly,
you use it?
on the window tint? Whenever you're doing window tint, they want you to like liquefy the entire glass. So you have to
Gotcha.
just spray.
But not on this?
Not on this. It seemed like it would be the same thing because if you want to just put a giant single layer, just like on the window,
Right.
but usually on this you have to like chop and paste and chop and
So
paste.
imagine like you're cleaning with alcohol, right? Or something
right.
like that. And then you're putting it down and so you don't have bubbles. Are you just slowly kind of like
So I'm just pulling it as hard as I can, trying to stretch it with like the natural stretch as much as it has, and then like everything else, I just like try to smush it out
Right.
with like the squeegee.
That's where I find like I just put some film on my fog lights just to protect them recently, and those bubbles, man, it just seems
Yeah.
like there's always like one little bubble or
Credit card.
something.
Credit card.
So what they say to do the very last bubble, if you can't get it out, you just poke a hole in it
Yeah,
with the
poke a
razor
hole in
blade
it,
and then
use
just
a
smash
heat
it. But
gun.
then
Maybe even use like a
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. I'd rather just have the bubbles and let them see if they like.
Well, whenever I've got it
get
tinted,
hot
they're always
out.
like, "Oh, they'll go away. They'll go away."
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they'll
No,
go
they
away in a
don't.
few
No, they
minutes.
don't.
They never go
Yeah.
away.
Sometimes those that like when they'll tint your windows, they'll just be full of bubbles and then they actually do go away, which is weird. But you know, sometimes they see the heat expands and that goes away. Yeah, I did this too.
It's the carbon fiber.
Did that
Yeah, I
too.
love that.
So my wife just found me one because I've been
Door
missing one
handles.
for $40.
I think that's a good deal.
These
What-
guys are-
yeah, it is.
I told her that's a good deal because
What-
I was looking for one for you.
Well, thank
I
you.
was like, maybe I can just grab one.
I could find them in California and they're going to ship them,
But
but
they were
you,
north of
Yeah,
80 or
these
90.
windows are
yeah,
actually very
and you
And
don't know
those
what you're
clips
getting.
are quite
They go
expensive.
Yeah.
It looks like you
Yeah.
had the clip.
I like
Yeah.
it. No, I like the.
I think I'm missing one clip on it. But it's probably how the old one came off.
Yeah,
That-
that makes sense.
Anyway, that's that's my wife's. We brought it this time, Jonathan. the
Yeah.
black one.
Oh, the black one. Yeah, I like those wheels. What wheels are those?
I don't know. You're about the
We
15th
don't-
person to
they're
ask.
not,
It's not Honda.
yeah, those are aftermarket for sure.
They look like they could be like Momo or something.
One of the, and I even looked on the. It's got the Punisher center cap,
Okay, so you can.
and I couldn't even tell on that. It may have it on the back side of it, but I'm thinking if you're proud of them wheels, man, put your name on it. So, but anyway, everybody asks because they love them.
Well, I did some new stuff to the inside too. I got some gray seat covers, and I got
Oh,
an
very
SC
nice.
interior as well. Now,
Very
too.
nice.
SC
Oh,
interior.
yeah.
Oh man, look at that.
Very nice. Very
The
nice.
I love how you bought the interior just to switch it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like that is something that
Now, we got to know about this because I asked somebody else if.
The Broadway mirror.
Yeah.
It just makes it wider.
Oh, I thought that was the rear projector camera.
No, I don't have a rear projector
Okay.
camera. I wish
I
I
thought
did.
that's what it was.
Yeah, that's just the Broadway
That's what it
mirror.
was. Yeah.
Tell us
That
about
is
your
a
seat
pilot
covers.
wheel, a Honda pilot wheel
Really?
really.
And you see, you get the
with the
carbon
red
on
badge.
it.
So
Red badge. Gotcha.
no airbag issues or anything with
No,
that.
E
it uses the original airbag. That's the Element airbag. It's just the wheel. It's the
Okay, okay.
airbag.
So this is Element.
That's Element.
This is
Uh,
Pilot.
Yeah, and the wrap that's on there is from my Element too. So I just kept that on there. I just took that off and I put it back on. So that's the same. It's all the same.
This,
That's Element as well.
dude,
Wow.
I want the link for that.
I wrapped that myself.
Oh, okay, all right. I was like, I haven't been able to find
Oh
that.
yeah,
I've
you
been
see it
looking.
here too.
Yeah, yeah.
So this will be next then.
No,
No?
that's just gonna be too hard. I'm not gonna be able to do that. But I did do the pillars in Alcantara.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at the shifter.
The shift move,
the little
Very
bag.
nice. Very
And
nice.
some of the pillars here have like Alcantara on them.
He put.
Yeah.
I don't know if yours
Wow.
does, but he put the SE trim in.
Oh, that's the from the root beer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you.
Anything else, man? Them wheels set it off as soon as you pull in. I said, man, those are brand new. He didn't have them last time.
That's about it.
Very nice.
Hey,
These are the
did
best.
you do the center trim yourself? Did you pop it off and repaint it? It's
I
really
popped
pretty.
it off and I repainted it. Yeah, I have the EP3 red hazard button as well.
Oh, yeah.
How hard is that to paint? The sand.
It sands pretty well, but the paint doesn't stick too well.
Oh, really? So you had to use like the special primer. and then-
Honestly, no. If you look at it up close, it looks not that great. But like from here, from like bird's eye view, it's pretty
55 miles an hour.
Exactly. I'm not really inspecting it that way. I want that's the piece that I would do want to take off and redo again,
Okay.
or maybe wrap it in some Alcantara like this here too.
Very nice, man. Very nice.
What about your adapters for the roof rack?
So the roof rack is it goes just like that. It doesn't have any adapters. It just screws right into the
it's
to
one
the roof.
piece?
Yep.
Okay.
This is this SSD rail.
It bolts on, though, right?
Yeah, it bolts on to the roof, and then this is a Yakima lowrider rack.
Where'd you find those rails again?
These rails were bought online. They're a prototype. They were made
Okay.
for the dude that makes rails. A company tried to get them to make more rails for them, and they're like, "Well, I don't have a Subaru," because they wanted it for Subaru. So he does have an Element. So he made them for the Element, and then they made them for the Subaru after mass production. So apparently, this is the only set of
Wow.
Yeah, I love that.
SSDs.
1-on-1.
Yeah.
Value just went up.
Yep, that's 101 rails. And I actually got those from a dude in Pennsylvania. I saw him on the Element page, and I was like, dude, whenever you're ready to sell them, let me know. And he just messaged me. He was like, I'll sell them, and I was like, okay, how about the shipping? I'll just put it in the box.
Wow.
Okay, fine.
Cool.
So that
Yeah.
was like
Dude, those wheels are killer, man.
So just to confirm, no rubbing.
the no road.
That's crazy.
Elements
And no lift kit.
Even turn right or left, going backwards. There's nothing like that.
No, not that I know of yet. I've been trying a lot of different things, and so I didn't have any rubbing when I had my adapters on either. But that's just because the rubbing is on the inside, right?
Right.
It's not on the
Right.
actual fender well. So
Right.
if you push it further away, then you get less potential rubbing. Which is what these wheels are. These are 20 offset, so they push kind of like, I mean, you can't really see with your eyes.
That's about
but
3
they
inches
push,
off.
They
Yeah.
gotta push pretty far out from the
People on the video are going to want to know what size wheels are those.
So they're 16 by 8s with a plus 20 offset.
Very nice. Man, I couldn't be happier. Got a great collection of great owners and great elements today.
Do you have to do a lift on it? Or
No,
stock
this is OEM suspension.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just new. So that's why I said
Exactly.
Yeah, mine's sagging and bagging.
Yeah, mine too. That's the next
Look,
thing to do.
suspension.
Mine was pretty much
Maintenance-wise.
banging, yeah, OEM new suspension. It is Monroe, which is squeaky. Like
Yeah.
you can hear the squeak even though there's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Have
that's
you-
brand new though.
Have you tried the Siberian bushings? Look them up. They're a yellow neoprene,
Yeah.
and everybody's going to them.
Element Lifestyle. The
Yeah, yeah.
What's the name of the guy?
Miguel.
Miguel. He's a mechanic from California.
Okay.
He owns 2. He did the Siberian bushings like all over.
Yeah.
So.
And he's real good to follow. Check him
Oh
out.
yeah, he had like super cool content because he's a mechanic, so he
Yeah,
works on
yeah.
that all the time.
And now he's
So
getting
you-
people
you're-
bringing
you're
elements to
OEM
him.
Springs. You didn't put any springs on the rear.
No, those are OEM springs, but I got a quick strut set up, so the springs are Monroe as well. They're not on the springs. They're
Monroe springs.
So whether
There's your
those are
squeak.
different- They definitely squeak. That's the biggest thing everybody has with their quick struts, Monroe quick struts. But I think that the only quick struts that are available, anything else would have to be built. You have to get springs. Like, 20-year-old car, the springs are going to be sagging whether or not the person before you was loaded it with anything. So I decided the quick strut was going to be better because just to get new springs.
Well, that's the question. Do you go with the KYB, rear shock and build it out yourself on the rear? Because you don't see a lot of quick struts on the
Right,
rear
right.
that's available. You see the FSCs and then the Monroe, and that's it. And so that's the question:
tribe.
do you build one?
You could
What do
definitely
you
build one.
spring?
There's this brand. There's this
My
brand.
wife, I try to talk her in a comment.
Sold through Aerogenics that sells
I looked at the Facebook page.
a heavy duty
just can't do
rear
it.
spring. So you can get that rear spring. It's like a Japanese brand, and then put it on whatever strut you want. Or you could do like CRV rear. Up here, I thought about doing that. CRV rear conversion works well too.
Did I ask you what year it was?
It's an 03.
03. And I just noticed your backlights here.
Oh yeah. Those
How
are
big of a
nice.
pain in the
Oh,
ass
yeah.
are those?
We both support each other in like having
Yeah, this little auxiliary light. These are SC tail lights as well.
Very nice. Very nice.
Bunch of accessory, OEM accessory,
Yeah,
mud guards,
yeah, my
OEM
wife's got
accessory,
those.
this guy, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
Shaved rear window.
Shin guard.
Shin guard, yeah, that works. Oh, the suspension.
I've been
suspension
thinking
too.
about
You see the
getting
suspension
this.
at the bottom.
Yeah, let me
I
take a
feel
peek
like
at
that
that.
as well.
I'm finding out where the camera is.
Maybe just hold it upside down.
I can either do that or flatten it out, maybe. Or... So give me a description
There
of
you
it
go.
real again.
So the suspension is all new OEM.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and it has a EMUSA control arms, and it has an Aerogenics middle brace bar, and a powder coated garage powder coated
Those don't
OEM
give you any
bar.
lift?
No, they don't.
That's just suspension.
Yeah, they just sit there. Just
Very
more
nice.
support.
That's a nice shot.
That's why I went with these color wheels.
Right?
They're amazing.
It's kind of old school
Finish.
style too.
Yeah, I
Like
love
that.
the finish of it, just alloy. There's one that had, there's some that's painted like gray in the middle and then have the lip, and I thought about getting those too because I like the way that matched the plastic. But then all my metal stuff is this alloy color, so I just went ahead.
Yeah, that
Right.
color with the blue
Yeah.
pops out.
Love that blue. So what'd you do? Because this obviously because of wear and tear, you've dressed it up or put some dressing on
I
it.
just did it this morning. If you can smell, it smells like paint thinner. So I did the paint thinner 50-50. The paint
Oh,
thinner
really?
50-50.
So you
I
just
did
seed oil and
kind of
paint
knocks off the.
For me, Solution Finish,
Uh-huh.
that is the brand I've found. It's almost like a dye.
Yeah.
You put it on. You have to be careful you don't get it on the paint. Let it sit, then buff it in. Maybe do it again. But that, all the other products I've used tend to degrade real fast and then also streak, especially if it rains or something like that. So it looks great when you do it,
Right.
but then the next day or 2 days later, I
Yeah.
haven't found anything other than Solution Finish that really kind of.
So I've got a question for both of you since y'all got some experience in this. Mine is the 04 gray with silver one over there.
Yep.
My wife don't like me to call it gray. I found this. I know you've seen
Good,
the.
actually.
Thank you. I know you've seen the rims are like a bronze color. It's kind of getting pretty popular. So I'm thinking about doing that, not necessarily to the Honda rims because I'm not sure how they're going to hold the paint. I may have to sandblast them or sand them down real good or whatever. But I'm actually thinking about doing a bronze color over my gray. Just paint.
Painting the plastic panels.
Yeah.
So
I've seen people do the
I thought about
bed
that.
liner stuff.
For some reason, and I went to like more than one paint shop.
Right.
They were like, we don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Something about the
Adherence.
Yes. And I don't know why it was such a big deal. They were like, you should wrap it, like, because we're not.
I would
even-
definitely wrap mine if I was going to take
And I was like, well, I don't know, because I like, for a while, I was like, kind of like the EXP look, like your
Right.
your wife's car, and I
Yeah.
was seriously thinking about it.
Yeah, I like that too.
But all of my panels are scratched. Like, you probably don't really notice it, but I do. And that's kind of like, hey, that's part of the, like, if you scratch these plastic panels, it's not like a huge deal, like if
Right.
it were painted.
Right.
So that is one kind of bonus. But I went to 2 or 3 paint shops, and like one was like, I don't care how much, like we're not gonna do that.
Right.
And another one was like it's just so much. They have to sand it down, and then they have to do some weird. I didn't really understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this
some
plastic
speed
is
panels,
not
you
just,
just change
apparently
the
it's not just regular like
Yeah.
plastic. It's
polarized
texturized stuff.
plastic.
It's like proprietary to Honda that they made this plastic
Right.
for the elements.
Yeah,
So
and-
whatever plastic it is, who knows what the chemical compound is.
And
You have to get chemicals to be able to.
It's got to be a polymer of some kind.
and Honda made like several different shades of gray.
Absolutely.
So-
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The 03 and the 04s
And blue,
tend to
and
have
green.
like the lighter gray. I think they call it a warm gray.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the darker gray, which is kind of like on the bottom of your wife's car.
Yeah.
But that's something to be mindful of if you ever switch in like a used part or something like that.
Right.
You
right.
want it to match.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think it's going to do it for a wrap up. Man, thanks everybody. And
Yeah.
Good seeing
thanks
y'all
for coming
again.
down, Cody.
And
And
great
another
time, great
successful
people.
meet.
Yeah, had a real good turnout. I'm gonna do a quick pan before I
How many
Get
do we
this
have
started.
today?
I think I counted 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. One more than last year. I mean, last month.
I'm
I
gonna
guess that's my wife.
Check out this food drink situation.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
All right, I'm gone.
Hit the notification bell. And we'll see you on the next video.